Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another SketchUp tutorial, and today we are going to start looking at the push-pull. This is always the tool that my students tend to get excited about because you get to start seeing 2D shapes taking 3D form. So let's first get some shapes in here, shall we? We're going to use all the tools that we know. We're going to go into our top view first because that's where we always start drawing. We're going to do a rectangle tool shape, we're going to do a circle shape, and we're going to do a line tool shape. So let's start with the line tool and we're going to work our way across the toolbar. So grab your line tool or press L on the keyboard, start anywhere in the drawing, and we're going to do a rectangle first time around. Let's do a rectangle that is 2000 millimeters wide and 5000 millimeters long. I'm going to draw back down, another 2000, and then just connect. Then I'm going to use my rectangle tool here, or press R on the keyboard. Start anywhere you want, like. I'm going to do a square that is 3000 by 3000. Remember now in dimensions, we're with the rectangle tool, so you need to put both dimensions in and separate them with a comma. It's not necessary to put in mm for millimeters. 3000, comma, 3000. Hit enter. Ooh, no worries. I'm sure we'll be fine. We have got 5% left. This is all good. We're going to do a circle tool as well. So the end here, I'm going to do a circle that is, what are we going to make it? 3000 millimeters wide, which means we need to do the radius at 1500. There we go. Now, we are getting to the push-pull bit here, and first to see this properly, I feel like we need to move ourselves around a little bit. So let's grab the orbit tool and just look at these from a bit of an angle. Now, here comes the magic. This right here is your push-pull, and just as the icon looks like and the name suggests, this is the shape where you click and you pull shapes up. Now, same thing as with drawing, you want to be specific here. Get in the habit of pulling things up rather than down, because that's usually the way that we work with it, even though pulling it down is perfectly acceptable. But if you're just starting out, it's just good to get into the habit, because this is primarily used with walls in the beginning. So let's pull this up 3000. We can pull this up 2000 and pull this circle up 1000. There you go. Now, what's wonderful with the push-pull is that any surface that you grab, you can push and pull out, right? So same thing here, you want to be specific. If you put a measurement in, let me just click, and I'm going to really quick just undo that, so we're back to our basic box that was 2000 by 5000. Now, I know that this is 5000 wide. If I want to make it 6000 wide, when I click and pull, you see the measurements down in the corner. If I put 1000 in, I am not changing the width to 1000. I am adding on 1000 to the existing measurement. Same thing if I push it back in and I put, you see now it says minus 979. You don't have to put minus in, you just have to show it which way to go. If I put 1009 now, it will have gone back to 5000 by 2000. We can double check that using the tape measure tool, 2000. So really you can push pull any surface like so. Make things taller or shorter. If I want to make this the same height as the rectangle next to it, I can simply click on that as a reference point and they will match up perfectly. I can double check with the tape measure tool. This should now be 3000. And it is. Something here, we can push pull or use P on the keyboard to pull our dome up. You cannot do it on a rounded surface. It will only allow you to do it on flat surfaces. So that's the only kind of limitation with it. And you see it changes color here. That's not a huge deal in SketchUp. Sometimes the shapes just change colors depending on where you are around the axis. They go from light, kind of grayish blue to white. So no panic if you now have 3 gray shapes. That's perfectly normal. But this is how your basic push-pull tool works. Congratulations, you've now learned another tool.